One of the most powerful features of ADAM is its ability to place your class into a scope and sequence of skills across the 44 subtests that it diagnostically assesses. Right now, I'm looking at a class on the ADAM tab. We see these are all the summative scores. This is the total score. These are some individual strand scores, numbers and operations, measurement, data, geometry, and algebra. Now let's dive in and take a look at a specific strand. I want to look at the number strand for my class. So I'm going to go ahead and select numbers and operations, click the filter button. Now we're seeing all the individual subtests of number and operations. We see place value, comparing, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, and so on and so forth. I can go ahead and sort from low to high or high to low by clicking on the triangles. And we see how our students compare in terms of their fraction scores. But let's say we want to dive in deeper. I want to now take a look at the fractions. So I come up here by instructional placement, select fractions, and then click on the button Instructional Placement. Now we see the 26 scope and sequence steps of teaching fractions. At the very bottom, we see Stephen has mastered fractions. We see this one student, Alex, is working at using manipulatives as part of a whole. So this student, this is his instructional point. Now these students right here, this large group, they're all working on comparing fractions with the same denominators, and so on and so forth. As we go up, the skills get harder. This is how you teach fractions. You start up the lower skills and you move your way up. So in a sense, we now have a list of exactly our entire class, where their instructional points are. We now know if I'm working on third grade fractions, perhaps right here, equivalent fractions, these are all the students I need to scaffold for. Brianna, Kyle, all these students right here, and so on and so forth. If we go back, we can do the same thing for any of these subtests within numbers and operations. If I want to take a look at another strand, I can go to geometry, click filter. Again, we see the individual subtests of geometry, and I could break it out again by the deeper subtests. This is, again, one of the most powerful reports in ADAM.